The Central Region of Uganda is comprised of districts such as Kampala, Wakiso, Mukono, and Mpigi. The Central Region, being the heart of Uganda, has also embarked vigorously on the new lower secondary curriculum. The region has a number of competent, experienced lower secondary schools that have tapped into this new curriculum. These include King's College Budo, Gayaza SS, Budo SS, St. Lawrence Schools and Colleges, St. Mary's College Chisubi, Lubiri SS, Mengo Senior Secondary, Nabisunza Girls, and St. Mary's College Chitende. The new lower secondary curriculum was rolled out in 2020 by the Ministry of Education and Sports to contribute into taking the country to another level by enhancing value addition of the students in skills that they are comfortable with or are able to study from Senior 1 to Senior 3, get assessed by DIT, given certificates that show they have acquired the skills and excelled at. This is in addition to job creation and reduction of the unemployment rate in the country. DIT in this arrangement is mandated to carry out assessment and accreditation of learners. The new lower secondary curriculum is being implemented countrywide, and in Central Region, headmasters and students from schools actively participating had this to say about the new lower secondary curriculum. Crane High School Entebbe, located 2.9 kilometers on Bwerenga Road off Kauku Trading Center, Entebbe, is among the schools that initially had part of the skilling program before the curriculum was rolled out. The bliss of the students, courtesy of the new curriculum, is outwardly visible. A case of Ruanga Blessings, a Senior 1 student specializing in dairy farming, explains. Why dairy farming?
Dairy farming is very interesting. It's very fun to carry out because it encounters a lot of money when you start it, because the milk, everything on the cow is very important and expensive. So if you start dairy farming, you can get a lot of money because the milk, skin, the meat, you can be very rich.
What is the impact of this new lower secondary curriculum on you as a student?
The new secondary curriculum is very, very good, and I thank the Ministry of Education for bringing it to our school because it has helped us learn more and more. Because if it was not for the new curriculum, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have known that cows need this and this, they feed on this. But since the new curriculum is now there, even if I study somehow poorly in the academics, I can start my dairy cattle farming and get some money out of it. The new curriculum is so interesting. They should engage in those different activities like tailoring, catering. Now, as for me, I am participating in agriculture. So it's very interesting. That's what I'm telling them.
Any future prospects after assessment and getting the DIT certificate in Senior 3?
In Senior 3, I will start up my own farm because currently I'm working at my mom's farm. I'm helping her with some work, but after getting my DIT certificate, I'll be able to start up my farm with cattle, poultry, vegetables.
In this new curriculum, problem solving in a creative and innovative manner is also availed to the student, with an opportunity for them to also lead in their different skills departments, as Karen Joel Muganga details in her maggot farming section.
First of all, these maggots are called the BSF maggots. BSF stands for Black Soldier Fly. So this fly that you're seeing behind me in this net is what produces the maggots. So the whole process starts from the fly. So if you can see the structure inside this net, in the net we have like wooden kind of structures where the flies come and lay their eggs. So we trap them because they are not the normal house flies that we have. So these flies, the black soldier flies, lay eggs in these wooden troughs, and then we come and collect the eggs and put them in containers like this. So the very amazing part about this BSF fly is that one fly has the capacity of laying about 900 to 1,200 eggs. All those are maggots with just one fly. So you can imagine all the flies that are here. That is a very high production. So we come here and remove, you can visibly see the eggs. We come here, get these logs and remove and put them in containers, empty containers, like maybe this one. So we put food in these containers. Food for the maggots is very simple. You can use leftovers from your kitchen, like those tomato peels that you've used, pumpkin, dung even can work, chachu, all those things can work. So we just put the food there, but then the difference is that we put a lot of water in this food since they are going to be very young maggots. Then these eggs, within a period of 24 hours, are going to hatch into maggots. But then these maggots are going to be very small, so you have to keep feeding them. But as I said, the feeding is very simple. You can use normal dung, but you mix it with maize bran, or you can use the remains from your kitchen. For about 5 days, that they'll be big enough to be fed to the fish and the chicken. 4 months, we had chicken that were very big, of about 5 kilograms, just feeding on maggots. And these maggots are, you may be wondering why we don't even use gloves. These maggots are very hygienic. They don't penetrate through you. That's why we use the black soldier fly maggots. So we can hold them with our hands and we can feed them to the chicken live. Or here at Crane High, we have come up with a very different way of storing them. Remember, when they are maggots, they are not going to stay maggots forever. They are going to eventually turn into pupa and then the housefly for the cycle to keep on continuing. But then here, we can dry the maggots. We use a solar sun dryer, whereby we dry the maggots, and you can see we can be able to keep them for a longer period of time and maybe package them. We also turn them into pellets at some point, and also we pound them and mash them, but after drying them. So all those are ways of storing. Yes.
Why maggots?
This is a very cheap way for getting food for chicken and fish. And these maggots have been proven to have 90% protein that you cannot get from just one meal, like from the normal meals. And the fact that we can make it in such a small space and in such a very simple way, that's why we chose these maggots.
What is the impact of the lower secondary curriculum in the skill you are specializing in?
The lower secondary curriculum, first of all, I think it was a very good suggestion from the government that it was implemented, because we don't only get the theory part of everything. For long we have been getting a lot of theory that I think has been just entering our heads, but we are not able to use it. But then the fact that we get to come on ground and do all these things, I feel like it's amazing, and we can actually earn money. These things are very practical. I feel like it's not enough to sit in class and just get things that we are just going to keep in our heads. But then the fact that we are implementing it is what I like about the lower secondary curriculum. In my specialty of agriculture, living alone others, I think if people continue like this and if people keep doing this, first of all, I want to tell people that when we keep on doing this, we are going to have a generation that is going to have their own food in the country rather than importing food. So I think if we continue this for even in the next 6 years, we're going to have a young generation that knows that we are supposed to grow our own food and not import it. And I think that we are going to have very many people who are employed, first of all, and also have the skill, that's such that they can do something by themselves.